Hello, let's make a painting. All right, let's start. Let's go. Let's roll that thing. Water on the back. Flip the page. Water everywhere, especially on the corners. Give it a good slap on the painting. Make it in the center. That center, yes, it is. Sprinkle. And let's go with that thing. What are we looking for here? Let's go with this. You know what? Forget about it. Let's put it straight up on the paper. We don't have time for games and all that stuff. Let's just go for it. Boom. Left and right, left, up and down, 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 up and down. Middle. Sky, sky, sky. Ground. Clean the brush. Take a baby brush. Orange. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Little reflection. Clean. Black paint. Take a lot of it. If we can, because it's kind of dry, man. And that's the thing, is like, man, look at this thing. It's a big blob. It's like, let's be honest. That's a big blob of paint. Now, if you want to see beauty, you will see it and you can recreate it. And I think this is one of the hardest parts when you make paintings. I always say make a painting because I like how it sounds. Let's make a painting, you know. And but actually, you're creating stuff. Making part is just the technical requirements. Creating in your mind, that's what is matter. That's where you started. And of course, that doesn't change the fact I can say whatever I want to say. You know, I can say all kind of beautiful things, and it's like, oh yeah, that sounds great on when you're talking on a theory. But in reality, this is a big blob. And you got to do something with this big blob. So what we're doing is going through the process of creating, the creative process. And right now I'm taking this big blob and I was like, all right, so this looks like a trees, this looks like a ground, and this looked like a ground, but like a ground from ground from Temu, all right? So we want to make it ground from at least Amazon. So now we're going to take the palette knife and start playing around and see what we can create. And that's another thing. If your life is Temu, fine. If you're happy with it, you know. But if you want to make it Amazon, you know, go for it. If you want it like, I don't know, something else, then do it. The whole point is like, don't be afraid to change stuff, create stuff, and just go and explore. Because in my end, it might bring very good results for you. Now, of course, most of the time it's a bad results, if I gotta be honest. But I mean, what are you saving yourself for? Life is like moving so fast. It's absolutely crazy, and you don't have many tries. Actually, you have only one try. So you might want to try it and fail, and you know, keep going. You're not going to be the first one, you're not going to be the last one. Anyway, we're talking about life or making a painting here. So let's focus on the painting. I'm going to remove some of the trees on the back. But here's the thing. It's like, forget about the trees now, man. Let's make a building here. And you think change all the time. Things change all the time. Look at that city. Okay, let's make it a little bit higher. All right, there you go. All right, now I'm gonna take bluey, and we're gonna make little, not little, but we're gonna paint the whole thing. Usually I stick up to nature, but you know, when I'm driving around, I see buildings, I see all kind of stuff. So this is mainly where I take inspiration, reference. Not inspiration, because inspiration is my mind, but this is my reference most of the time. Things I see on whatever I go, I see all kind of stuff. And Absolutely gorgeous, everything around it. If you want it to be gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, beautiful. For the little details, don't stress out too much. Take the palette knife, make some grooves, and there you go. You got buildings, man. It's like, look at this. You can see the windows. You can have enough detail. So there you go. Usually one of those buildings that look fascinating and all that stuff. And when you think about it, it's like, yeah, that's cool. And yeah, you can't really do anything with it. It's just a big building staying in the middle of outside, and that's about it. That's about it. It's like nothing there. But we do have that building. We have a couple other buildings here. You can barely see them. So we have our big buildings sticking out. We're gonna make a couple other baby buildings moving around. You know, just the silhouettes of that building. Fine. They're here somewhere. And this one is shiny, so that's gonna stick out. Some kind of corporate thing. Or maybe one of the scammers, you know, it's like ready to take your money. Maybe that's why it's shiny. But we're gonna have some kind of reflection. Is that should be a water? Nah, forget about it. I don't want water here. We're gonna put some tall grass on the foreground. So this is like we going in the city. Or maybe it should be water. You know what? Let's do this. I think lake is gonna be fine. So if we have it here, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some gold, green, and black, and put like some kind of ground here. And that gold green is gonna help us with matching the sky. A little bit of orange, of course. There you go. A little bit of black. So we can have a nice smooth transition from the mid ground and the horizon. And where's the gold green? All right, there it is. Okay, so now we have this. We have the, oh no, wait, I'm gonna put the tall grass after a second. So now we have the water. Okay, we need clean brush, a lot of water, and a little bit of bluey. Now, when you do something like this, because I have the texture under, you don't want to go a couple of times. You just want to go 1 or 2 times above everything with a lot of water and a little bit of paint, so you can have this kind of bluish, transparent color. Because if you put too much or you go in too many times over it, you're gonna start like destroying the whole thing. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of black and bluey so we can have some dark spots. There we go. There is our water. Now, because we did this, that means our reflection here need to be a little bit brighter. So that means I'm gonna remove some of the paint for that one. Okay, that's good. Now, for the ground, we're gonna mark the ground with a lot of tall grass. And we're just gonna make very sharp, snappy move so we can push the paint around, damaging the paper. Again, this time I'm gonna make deeper grooves and a little bit bigger. Of course, we're gonna get some gold green and regular green. Whatever that means, regular green. If there is such a color. I'm gonna need my thin brush. Take black. We're gonna put the final touch here with black. That's gonna be our grass. The grass should be a complement. It should be busy. It should look a lot, but it should be a complement to the whole building. I'm gonna take very nice, deep, saturated blue, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the color around in the lake, around the building, so you can actually see the reflection. Now, we don't want it too much because keep in mind the building is the main character. So you're wondering what is working, who is working in that building, what is going on there. So that's our main thing. The only thing I want to do is make everything a little bit darker in the river. And this is like, you know, natural from the movement of the water. Almost dry brush here. There we go. And for the final touch is gonna be a little bit of darker spots on that building, maybe a couple of details, maybe one airplane. There you go, the airplane. Too much of an airplane. And a little bit of orange. And there we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.